Is this the face of the Conservative Party? This is the Great White North Report.
I'm in love with the system, never going home. I'm in love.
Pierre Poilievre becomes the first MP to bid for the Conservative Party leadership. I actually wanted him to run 4 years ago instead of Andrew Scheer, and it's too bad he didn't run for the party leadership back then. I've been following him on YouTube for quite some time. He's held cabinet posts with under Harper, and he's been the Conservative critic in finance and other things during the Trudeau years. So he does know his stuff, and he is more of a centralist in a lot of ways, from the looks of it. But he does ask a lot of intelligent questions, unlike some people. Because I definitely think he is the guy, because we went through Andrew Scheer, who was like the goofy uncle, and you had O'Toole, who was the grumpy looking uncle, and finally you get somebody who looks like, your father type figure, someone you can trust. He doesn't have a big name. I know that I think he ran for politics when he was 18 and won. I'm not going to go to his whole backstory, but I've been following him on YouTube. He's got 169 subscribers, so that's good. He's got a following. And he doesn't know what he's talking about. I follow him even though I'm not from the Carleton region, though I went to school in that area. And like I said, he talks a lot of common sense, which is something lacking in our politicians these days. So I hope he wins the Conservative Party leadership, because they definitely need somebody. O'Toole won the popular vote but didn't win enough seats because he couldn't convince enough urban voters to go Conservative, or Quebecers to go Conservative, and he couldn't reunite the fractured Conservative Party with the People's Party under Maxime Bernier, pulling away many voters, which probably cost the Conservatives a few seats. And if that party gets any stronger, it'll be like the Reform Party, and then we'll be stuck with Liberals again. Also, the NDP calls for emergency debate as Ottawa protest stretches into the second week. Jagmeet and Jughead Singh is calling for this, and why? He's only the third-rate party. He shouldn't be calling anything. And the fact is, the NDP are supposed to represent the workers. Well, truckers are workers, last I knew. And this trucker protest, there's a lot of support for it nationwide. Truckers from Nova Scotia were heading to Ottawa, and some far leftists blocked the road into New Brunswick, which is pretty easy to do because there's very limited landlines there. And the police cleared the blockade. So there is support out in Nova Scotia. Support in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Here in Ontario, my hometown, there's a whole bunch of people honking horns in support for them last week. Toronto, London, everywhere there's support for these truckers. And what happens, there's been only 2 arrests made. 1 in Ottawa, 1 in Toronto. Oh boy. That seems like a far-right movement. And when I looked at it, when you look at the footage, not from CBC News, because they're kind of biased, you look on YouTube and all that and see the film footage, various sources. You see a lot of, I saw a lot of native indigenous flags. I also saw some Sikhs who were truck drivers that were there supporting so it's not just a white movement. So Singh is definitely stoking fears, and he shouldn't be calling anything. But of course, where's Trudeau? Trudeau has not been visible. Trudeau's hiding under his quarantine, because these people don't like Trudeau. So I do support the truckers. I don't like if they do anything stupid like dancing on the tomb of the unknown soldier. Like I said before, that's probably more of a drunken thing. A friend of mine who lives in Ottawa, he says it hasn't been that bad. It takes him a couple of extra minutes to get to work. That's all it does. The honking every so often, you get used to it. It's like working in a factory. So to hear all those little sob stories I hear, I can't study or I can't work. How do you think our forefathers did World War I when they had to deal with exploding shells and stuff all the time? Toughen up. And this makes Canada look pretty bad that Trudeau, who is supposed to be our leader, does not meet with the truckers, does not do anything. These truckers are tired of all the vaccine mandates, the vaccine passports to get them across international and provincial lines. Trudeau claims that 90% of Canadians are vaccinated. Well, then why do we still have all these restrictions? I wear my mask. I'm vaccinated. No problems with that. If someone's unvaccinated, they're at risk. And it's their own fault because everyone's had time to get it done. But I think the government is stoking fears when it's unnecessary. And it's time to get out of the dark ages here. So hopefully Pierre becomes the leader of the Conservative Party. I like him. Like I said, he talks a lot of common sense, and if you go to his YouTube channel, he posts pretty regularly. So you get an idea of where he stands. And he can speak French, which I guess is necessary in a bilingual country. And he has met the truckers themselves. He's not afraid to go out there and mingle with the truckers. He's got nothing to be worried about. And it's his area, Carleton. Unlike this clown, who thinks they're a white supremacist group, but the NDP is far left anyway. They're the ones who go around destroying statues, not dancing on them. They dance and destroy them, cut off heads and do all sorts of nonsense. That's his party. Third-rank party. And then Justine doesn't even show his face. So do we really want a coward for a leader? I know who I'd pick. I'd pick Poilievre. Hard to pronounce. I'd pick this guy and hopefully he wins. But anyway, any Canadians out there, let me know what you guys think. Is he the man for the job, or do you have someone else in mind for the Conservative Party? Because we definitely need someone to beat Trudeau. Leave comments in the comment section, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Until next time, this has been the Great White North Report.
I'm in love with the system, never going home.